Alright, so boom, brother. Welcome back to another installment of Edutainment, the place where you're laughing, being entertained, but most importantly, where you're learning something that you can apply to your own personal life and make it better. So, due to recent events, I've been binge watching these types of videos like a lot as of late, and I'm really hooked. And I feel like I touch a different demographic that may benefit from these types of videos. So, fair notice, I may not add any new value or new information to the videos, but I might just add some entertainment, or my reaction might be funny to y'all. So I might get educated some more, and definitely you will get educated and know your rights as a citizen, so that these cops, blue lives matter, quote unquote, people don't infringe on your constitutional rights. I had some preservations about doing this on my channel because it might affect my algorithm, but F it. It is what it is. Let's go.
Okay, I need to see your license, your registration, and your insurance.
Why?
I need to see your license, registration, and insurance.
What is your probable cause from pulling me over, sir?
Okay, here's the deal. You are required, when asked, to produce license.
I am not required to produce anything without probable cause. What?
That is what I've learned over the course of these past couple weeks of watching these videos. They cannot pull you over unless they tell you the reason why they pulled you over in the first place. Because once they get your ID, your insurance, all that shit, now they start adding all these extra needless charges to your record and other fines, revenue generating fines for the government. So unless they tell you why they pulled you over in the first place, or why they stopped you, whether you're walking or in a car, they can't really ask you for your ID. And on top of that, they need reasonable suspicion of a crime. Like, actually, like, did I commit a crime? Am I being detained? If not, I'm free to leave at any moment.
What is your probable cause of asking me anything? Give me a supervisor. You're clearly not equipped to handle this conversation, so give me a supervisor.
I need to see your license, your
Get me
registration.
a supervisor.
I need to see your license, registration,
Get
and
me
insurance.
a supervisor.
Okay. The longer you
Get
mess around,
me a
the longer
supervisor.
you're gonna be
You
here.
understand? He's got a fucking gun on his right
Okay,
hand.
why are you pulling your gun at me?
Don't move, okay?
Okay, I'm not moving. Why are you
Alright,
pulling
man.
your gun at me? Clearly it's in the holster, so clearly it's supposed to be there.
I know, man.
Their job is to de-escalate, not escalate the situation. Like, what the fuck, bro? What the actual fudge?
Okay.
Safety. I'm
So
very
can you
concerned
get a
with your
supervisor?
button right there.
I'm
That's
gonna
all.
keep my hands right here.
Okay.
Can you give me a supervisor? Now he has his gun at me.
It's not pointed at you,
Soon as
man.
one gets
It was pointed at
It's
me.
away.
What's your name, sir, and your personnel number?
Officer LaCastro, badge number 240.
And what's your name and personnel number?
Officer Gould, badge number 241.
Okay.
Okay.
Now he has a gun at me.
Where's your license?
Sir, what is your probable cause of
Where is
asking
your
me?
license?
Are you not listening to me? I don't answer questions. This isn't how
You're
this
not-
goes.
It doesn't go like this. You don't get to ask the questions. I do. Okay. And if you don't want to get arrested for interfering, and if you don't want to have any more problems, all you had to do was answer a couple of basic questions, and you would have been on your way like every other vehicle. Okay. So you chose to not answer any questions. So now you've prolonged this stop.
Supervisor.
So now we're here.
Supervisor. I don't answer questions. Supervisor. That's all I want you to get. I don't want you to say nothing else
What
to
did I
me.
tell you about the supervisor?
Okay. Well, we can
No,
sit
what
here
did I
now.
tell you? I told you that he's not here at the moment, but that he's on his way.
Cool. I'll wait for him to come
Okay.
here.
In the meantime, can you hand me your license, your
What
registration?
is your
insurance?
probable cause of asking for my license and my registration?
These niggas I've seen so many videos, but at this point, these niggas can never ever give you probable cause or actual justification for stopping you. Power, man. Once you get a little bit of power, it just Also, based on my knowledge, y'all can definitely correct me if I'm wrong. This is just educational purposes. It could be a little bit inaccurate. You know, I'm still learning. But even if you're a passenger as well, you are not driving the vehicle, so you yourself are not required to show ID unless there's blood on your hands or there's actual like physical proof of you committing a crime or a suspicion of a crime. If you haven't committed a crime, they can't ask you for ID. You don't have to give them ID.
What is your probable cause? You have no probable cause, so please back up and wait for your supervisor to come here. Please and thank you, sir.
Well, I'm going to stand right here.
You can stand wherever you want, sir.
Because since we know that there's a firearm in the car for officer safety.
There's multiple firearms in the car, but okay. Cool.
I'm going to assume that you've got a permit?
I'm going to assume that I told you probably 5 minutes ago I don't answer questions.
Okay. Is he on his way back?
I got all night. So now what's going on? It was a legal stop, DUI checkpoint, and they're asking to see my license and registration. No probable cause, so I'm not showing them anything.
Take into account, right? All of this is while he's recording. I just want to imagine all the bullshit that was happening when there was no phones and no cameras to record. Can you imagine? Can you imagine how much bullshit was going on? How much these needless fines were just being thrown at people, especially black people for the most part. Also, anytime you get stopped, pull out your camera, quick things, record, bro, okay? You have the right to film any public gathering or any public setting. Or public servant, right? Public servant. He's a public servant, not what he's serving right now.
What would you say here? And then this tough guy right here, over here with the gun out. You guys know y'all took an oath, right? You swore an oath, right? To uphold the Constitution. Where in the Constitution do they say this is constitutional right here?
Supreme Court's ruled numerous times that DUI checkpoints are legal.
Cool. You do not have the right to pull someone over just for not simply answering any question, and you do not have the right to ask for any type of paperwork without probable cause.
Actually,
there's no problem. What is your probable cause?
Again, Supreme Court has said that DUI checkpoints are legal.
Cool. Okay.
When you don't ask basic questions, okay, we can then detain you to gather the basic information.
What is the Fifth Amendment?
You are required by statute to produce a license or registration insurance when asked.
No.
You're failing to do that.
Dude, you're completely wrong.
Okay.
You are not required to show anything. You're required to show stuff if only there's probable cause. There's no probable cause.
Where did you get your police training?
Where did you get your law degree? Clearly 6 months didn't do good for you. Okay. There has to be probable cause. Okay. There's no probable cause for you to ask me for anything. Okay. So therefore, I don't have to show you anything. So when your supervisor comes here, he's going to educate you. And then tomorrow, I'll be at the precinct to fill out a complaint about this.
Okay. It's right here.
Cool. Everybody's a freaking tough guy.
Came through first he pulled over side of the road for a minute and a half. He came into the checkpoint. I asked him if he had anything to drink tonight. He said, I'm not answering any questions. I said, where are you coming from? He said, I'm not answering any questions. I said, then you're going to pull inside so that we could...
He detained me.
I'm not going to, we can't block traffic. Asked him for his license, registration, insurance, and he said he's not going to show it. He is
without probable cause.
He does have a gun on his hip. I've asked him if he's got a permit, and again, he says he won't answer.
I told him, one, he illegally detained me. Two, I told him without probable cause, I'm not showing him anything because the DUI checkpoint, yeah, it might be legal, but it does not give you the power to pull someone else over and order their paperwork.
Okay, I can't smell any alcohol.
Yeah. So just like I just told you, have a good freaking day. Freaking rookies. I told you, yes. Do you see how your police training clearly didn't help? You have a good day now.
You too.
Freaking meathead.
Freaking meathead. Now. I want to respect police. I I really do. Just as a person, I'm a very polite person. You know, I was in cadets, air cadets, like ma'am, sir, all that good stuff. But you gotta, first of all, you gotta know your rights, know what you are obliged to give and not give, especially the not give part, and know that not all cops are good, and for the most part, they might not even know the law themselves. So you gotta brush up a little bit, you know. You gotta be a mini lawyer. Look a mini lawyer yourself. So I'm saying, so yeah. And these types of videos, there's like, I think almost damn near 1 million videos on this same topic. So it's not a one-off thing. Cops just in general, you get power. You have a qualified immunity, essentially, which is essentially that they have the ability to act without necessarily having to pay for the outcome of their action out of pocket. So it's still like a committee or whatever it is, like, you know. So when you're driving, just brush up a little bit on your constitutional rights as a passenger, as a driver, all that good jazz. But yo, God bless, much love, peace, and joy. Namaste. Always remember, if it doesn't feed you, don't water it. And too much of any good thing is good for nothing. Flip the scripts. I'm out. Deuces.
Don't feel it anymore. New face, but the same